Welcome to the Now. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Burnie Burns.
And earlier this month, Phantom Squad, or whatever their name is this year, threatened to take down all the gaming networks over Christmas break, which maybe happened for, 30 minutes when Xbox Live had trouble, assuming that was them in the first place. But it turns out that's not what caused this year's gaming Christmas crisis.
Nope.
TM. This year it was Steam's turn to bring the panic, and they didn't let us down. They doxed their own users.
It's a Christmas miracle. The problems began yesterday when users reported receiving access to other Steam accounts, specifically when trying to load their account details page or when trying to purchase games, which a lot of people are doing because of the winter sale.
Right.
Instead of accessing their accounts, Steam displayed information of not their accounts. Not the kind of thing you really want happening when you've got things like credit cards and home addresses attached to your account. According to all the user reports, it's possible someone may have seen your login ID, email address, country, phone number, authentication settings, wallet balance, partial credit card, billing address, transaction history, and activated games.
Good job. Well done. Users also reported pages loading in foreign languages randomly. Russian was apparently a popular one.
Not foreign if you're Russian, though.
Valve responded to the issue by shutting down the entire Steam store, and at the time, Steam database suggested it might be a caching issue rather than a malicious attack. After Valve brought the store back up, they confirmed that a caching issue allowed some users to randomly see pages generated for other users. And they went on to note that the issue affected users for less than an hour, and they don't believe there were any unauthorized actions or purchases made.
Don't believe.
This was, however, a statement issued to the media. Valve has yet to proactively contact users to notify them of the breach in user privacy.
Valve, please, we get it. It's the weekend and Christmas was yesterday and you don't all want to be coming in during the holiday break, but it shouldn't be up to fan sites to spread the word about the problems happening on your platform. Valve has never been known for great communication, but you can't just let user data out into the wild and not talk about it. Not if you want users to feel secure enough to continue using your shopping platform.
Come on, even we came in on the weekend for this. We're here, and where are you?
It's Christmas and we're working.
Y'all drunk. We should also note the word believe in their quote, saying there were no unauthorized actions taken on accounts. It does seem unlikely given that it was a caching issue and no one actually gained control over anyone else's Steam account, but even so, guys, displaying other users' personal information is a pretty big misstep for PC's largest digital distribution platform, especially since, according to Valve, they're not responsible for that kind of thing.
Remember we reported a few days ago that the company is being taken to court by a French watchdog group for some anti-consumer clauses in their terms of service, one of which says that Valve isn't responsible for any user information that's compromised. Specifically, they decline responsibility for accounts that are hacked, but, quote, all of the communication and activity on Steam that results from the use of your login name and password, which, given that this is a caching issue and the pages were initially created for legitimately logged in users, would probably fall into that bucket, at least from Valve's perspective.
I'm sure it does from Valve's perspective. We'll see what other lawyers think. Doxing your own users and claiming no responsibility for it? Yeah. Well, so here's how the caching works. On high traffic sites, it's common for servers to cache heavily trafficked pages,
Very
like,
common.
say, the home page, so it doesn't have to recreate the exact same page thousands of times per minute, which works great for web pages that don't need customization. They can even cache your account details and that kind of thing to serve back to you later, as long as you're the only one that gets the cached page. That works great. In this case, someone made a change to the caching, which had the unintended effect of caching those private pages, then serving them back out to other users. So, since it was just a cache page and you'd still need authentications to make any actual changes or purchases, no one's stuff was changed, probably, but it was seen.
And since it was seen, it was also shared, because that's what some people think passes for a good time on the internet.
Y'all really hardcore.
Social media erupted with users pasting the data they accidentally accessed, particularly things like Steam wallet balances. And
Why?
some users.
Why Steam wallet balances? What's impressive about that?
It's got a dollar sign in front of it, so people want to see it. And some users received phone calls from Good Samaritans letting them know their information had been compromised, to the point of publicizing their contact information. Not that there was anything the affected users could do at that point.
Ring, ring. Hello. Hi, I'm a stranger. Your stuff's on the internet. Thanks, Valve.
Nice Christmas gift.
Well, at least they took down the store. That was the right move. But
I got your identity for Christmas.
But you can imagine it's tough to make the decision to pull down the store given all the sales lost, because little Timmy has all that Christmas money from grandma and wants to buy himself some video games, but that's but Storm won't let him, so he goes and buys some bubble gum and his skateboard or something instead, and now he's off to join the X Games.
I just want to say little Timmy is a very valuable customer to us, and we really appreciate your business, little Timmy.
Not to
At Rooster
mention...
Teeth.
You come to the Rooster Teeth store, we won't give your information out. Not to mention this
We
was
do,
in
we'll
the...
tell you.
Yeah, right. We'll send you a nice form letter. Not to mention, of course, this took place in the middle of the winter sale, one of the biggest Steam events of the year, and as cheap as games are, all those extra little sales, they tend to add up to pretty huge dollar signs.
Exactly how big those dollar signs are is up for debate, but it's big. Several years ago, indie dev Tim Abrogi, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Probably.
Mr. Tim, that is now your name,
yeah.
reported selling more in an hour than his game Jamestown usually sold in a day. And Torchlight dev Max Schaefer, pronounced correctly, has said they've seen sales unit increases of several 1,000% during these sales.
That's
And
a lot.
It's a lot. 1,000%'s a lot of percents. And that's just a few examples. Devs behind Bastion, Super Meat Boy, Binding of Isaac, and other indie titles all reported similarly impressive bumps in sales during Steam's big holiday events.
Now, Valve's taken all of that in stride in the past. Biz dev director Jason Holtman, who has since jumped ship to Oculus, has been quoted as saying, "It's not uncommon for our partners to see a 10 to 20 times revenue increase on games they run as a daily deal. Some titles really take off and see as much as a 70 to 80 times increase in revenue."
And definitely says 70 to 80 times increase in my spending. So it makes sense to me. Mind you, some of these numbers and trends may have changed recently since Valve shifted their sales strategy. Formerly, games could go on sale for one price as a daily deal, but occasionally offered an even steeper discount as a shorter flash sale. These days, it's one sales price across the board, presumably so gamers feel comfortable enough with a sale price to just pick up the game they want instead of waiting, hoping it gets even cheaper.
Works for me. I've
a good
played like
strategy.
half the games in my Steam library at
Yeah.
this point because I buy them all on sale. Either way, these Steam sales are a pretty big deal, and Christmas Day is also a pretty big deal.
Kind of big deal.
Little bit.
Yeah.
So when Steam kicks the bucket on a day like yesterday, that sort of thing ripples throughout time and space. Doctor Who's going to come to save us. Hopefully, though, it ripples right into an extension of the sale. Because
Steve-
I haven't had enough opportunities to buy games I won't
Oh, I bought a bunch of games on your account, don't worry.
Thanks.
It just had a cash pay. Steam is back up and working normally again, so if you've been avoiding it, you can go back to buying games you'll never play, but you'll get them cheap. So we figured you want to know exactly what happened with the outage, what information may have been compromised, and how the situation sits right now. So there you go. We'd recommend you check your purchase comment in inventory histories just to be safe, step up your account security, change your password, and unlink your credit card if you're feeling really anxious about it. But the crisis has passed, so at this point, unlinking your credit card, if someone's seen it, they've seen it. And if you do believe...
Just change your whole credit card.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're fine. And if you do believe a purchase has been made on your account, don't do a chargeback via your credit card company because that could get your Steam account suspended.
Thanks, Valve.
Instead, contact Steam support directly. They have a great reputation for user responsiveness.
Said no one
It's
ever. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll get to you once
Waiting
they
by the
finish
phone.
their eggnog. Something. We finish checking out little Timmy's X Games performance. So for more of your favorite gaming crises explained or news in general, remember to like the video and subscribe. Cool?
Cool. And hey, look, if you want to test to see how well Steam is working right now, may I recommend purchasing a copy of Ruby Grim Eclipse on
Two
Steam.
M's. 2 M's in Grim.
Yeah.
It's early access.
Hashtag ad.
What's up?